Jai Narayan, dear students, I hope you all are safe. Stay home, stay safe, and always follow SMS. S, first S means soap or sanitizer. Whenever you need to move out of your house, then keep sanitizer in your pocket. And M, it means mask. Always wear mask and move out in public place. While in public, always remember the social distancing, that is of 6 feet. So dear students, we were studying about the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. Till now we studied that Anne Frank, she lived in Holland, and after Hitler invaded, they lived in hiding for many years to survive. Her father and mother left her and her sister to her grandma. She was very close to her grandma, but after her death, she felt very much alone. That's it, what we have studied. Now, let's move further.
So, dear students, let's get started. You very well recognize this face, and she wanted to look ever young like this. Till now, we studied about Anne Frank, and here further, we are going to study how Anne started going to school. So, in Holland, Anne was sent to Montessori Nursery School. We can say so that it was her first school. She started from first class there. She had Mrs. Coopers, the headmistress, as a teacher in sixth class, and who cried at the time of farewell of Anne Frank. In 1941, the author's birthday could not be celebrated well because her grandmother fell ill and she underwent an operation. Unfortunately, her grandmother left them in January 1942, and she misses her grandmother more than anyone knows. So this year's birthday was to be celebrated with great zeal so as to compensate for last year's. She then mentions that her family is doing well, which sums up her background and brings her to the present date of June 20, 1942, when she is writing her diary. On June 20, 1942, and she begins writing in her diary, addressing it as her friend Kitty. Now, she mentions how her entire class is nervous about their results. It is unpredictable and will be decided in a meeting of teachers in which they will select students to be moved to next class or to be detained back in the same class. Many students in the class, they were making bets. Some of them, they have even put their entire summer savings at bet. Anne Frank and her friend G, they also made fun of the nervous boys. They kept on saying to each other that I am not going to pass, while the others, they would console them and say, yes, you would. The friend of Anne, G, she was quite polite and she tried to stop them from making noises, while Anne, she was arrogant. She started scolding them, but none of it worked, neither the politeness of G nor the arrogance of Anne. According to Anne, about a quarter of class should not be allowed to pass because they hardly respond or take part in any of the activities. She refers to them as dummies. But this may not be the case because teachers' decisions can't be predicted. Next, the author says that she is not bothered about her friends because she is sure that they will pass. The only subject that she is unsure about is mathematics. She seems to be having a tough time with the subject, but all they could do was wait for the results and not lose their hope. She tells us that she was having a very good relationship with all her teachers except the maths teacher. He was constantly irritated by the author's talkative nature. And despite several warnings, the author did not stop talking in her classes. This prompted Mr. Keesing to give her extra homework as punishment. The first one was to write an essay on chatterbox, which she thought was a very weird topic to write, because what could one write about that? For the moment, she wrote the topic in her notebook, kept it in her bag, and focused on staying quiet. The author came across the note she made as a reminder for the essay after she had finished all her homework. Now, she began thinking about the topic and she gave a gesture by chewing the tip of her pen. It signifies that she was in deep thought. While anyone could mention random stuff written for the sake of filling papers, she wanted to present concrete argument in support of talking. She mentions that she will try to better herself as a student, but talking is something that cannot be eliminated completely from her. This is because she has inherited this trait from her mother. And in this way, she wrote the essay in 3 pages on the provided topic. The professor found Annie's argument to be amusing. But when she did not stop talking in the next lesson also, he gave her yet another assignment as punishment. The topic was an incorrigible chatterbox. Here, incorrigible refers to bad habit that is very difficult to change. He gave her this topic because he was annoyed of her unstoppable chatting during his lessons. On receiving this assignment, the professor did not say anything to her for a while, but when he lost his patience, he handed yet another assignment as punishment on the topic. Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. When the professor scolded her for the 3rd time and punished her, the whole class, they started laughing. And as a result, she also has to pretend to be amused. After writing twice, thus her friend Sunny, who was very good at poetry, offered to help her to write in rhyme. This whole assignment scenario was to make Annie feel ashamed, but she made sure that she gave an effective reply. She finally wrote her 3rd assignment in the form of poem, which turned out to be great. She wrote a satire that a father swan bit his 3 baby ducklings to death because of their noisy nature. And to Annie's good luck, the professor also took it in a very light mode. The professor recited the entire poem in front of the class while giving his own remarks simultaneously. The author, being fortunate enough, talked uninterruptedly after this incident without any further homework as punishment. Also, Mr. Keesing, the professor, started cracking jokes every now and then in front of the class.
So, dear students, this was all about the chapter. I hope you would have understood. But still, if you feel that you are not able to understand anything, please feel free to ask. Jai Narayan.